And we are merged. The remaining 10 castaways left in the game decided on Wahi as the merged tribe name. Their new color is this aqua green, representing a mixture of fire and water. To learn more about most of their current gameplays going into the merge, you can head on to our YouTube channel, the one you're currently on, and you can watch people's confessional videos. We have Scott, Hunter, Micah, Wyatt, Aiden, Macy, and Frankie. Jenna, Xander, and AB did not make some, but this is our merged tribe. Let's just get straight on to the challenge. For the first merge challenge, everyone had to download an app called Color Switch, and we gave them a list of 4 infinite Color Switch games that they had to play and get 20 on. The first person to get 20 on all 4 games would receive immunity for both tribal councils tonight, since it's going to be a double elimination. The person who gets second will receive 1 immunity in the first of the 2 tribal councils. This is the game right here, Color Switch. Ski was one that they had to do. Deep Ocean, Kite, there's a bunch of different ones that they had to do, and the players went off. Early leads are Micah, Scott, and Aiden, playing Color Switch like crazy, sending in scores. Xander even has an early lead, sending in scores as well. Once again, we will have 2 back-to-back tribal councils tonight. At the same time, 1 vote out after another. The person who can receive first will be safe for both of them. They will be safe for the first 2 merged tribal councils that happen back-to-back. The second place player will be safe for the first one. We still have some people getting close. Frankie even got 1. Xander still at 1. Scott is at 2. Micah's at 2. Aiden's at 2. And the first winner is Micah. Congratulations, Micah. You are safe for both of the tribal councils tonight. They're still going at it. Scott is having a lead. Aiden's catching up to him. It's definitely a tight race between Xander, Scott, and Aiden. Even Macy's coming back here. And the second place player is Aiden. Congratulations, Aiden. Wahi Beach.
I'm more nervous tonight than I've been on any other tribal, but you've been trying to outplay absolutely everybody. I think Hunter and I are a lot closer than you think we are. And AB and I are also closer than you think we are, even though you already think we're close. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Yeah, just hoping it's not me, because I know I'm getting a vote. Pretty sure it's from you, even though you've been telling me sweet nothings for 2 days now, telling me, oh yeah, we'll split Hunter AB, and I know that's not happening tonight. Hunter's not even getting a vote. AB's getting a vote, I'm getting a vote, Macy's getting a vote, and hopefully you're getting 3.
So today's been a pretty chaotic day, I'll put it that way. By far the most chaotic thing was getting the information that there's going to be 2 tribals tonight, not just 1, and that makes my position even more difficult. Because right now, I'm sitting in essentially the middle. Scott and Hunter think that I'm 100% solid with Y. Micah and Wyatt think that I'm 100% solid with Ahi. And I'm definitely leaning more towards going with Ahi. But Scott feels confident that they've pulled Xander. And Micah is confident that Xander's still with Ahi. So if Xander goes to Y and I go with Ahi, then it's a 5-5 vote, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to go to Rocks for AB or Jenna. But I don't think Xander is either. So one of us would flip, but if both of us flipped, then we'd be having an even bigger issue, in that then we would still be tied and it would go to Rocks. And so I had actually a really good talk with Xander where we kind of discussed that neither of us are willing to go to rocks. And so because of that, we think it's in our best interest to go with Ahi. Because if we were to go with Y, the two of us would be at the bottom. AB and Frankie would definitely take the spot above me and Xander. If we were to go with Ahi, we think that we'd be at least in the middle. And I'm confident with my position with Micah that he would plan on keeping me over Xander or Wyatt. And then the reason that the two tribals is so big is that I'm assuming there's not going to be a lot of time to strategize in between them. So if I vote Ahi, I might be the second target for Y. And that's not an issue if Ahi wins the first vote. But it is a big issue if Y wins the first vote. So if Y wins the first vote, I might have to waste my immunity idol, which I really don't want to do. So hopefully, hopefully I win the challenge, but, you know, my intuition's saying stick with Xander and Micah and Wyatt and go with Ahi. But there's like that nagging feeling that kind of makes me want to go with Y. But we'll see at the challenge today.
Welcome to Tribal Council, where fire represents your life. Well, welcome to Tribal Council. This is the first Tribal Council as a merged tribe, the Wahi tribe. Micah, so this is a double elimination, a little scary. Micah, you're the only one who is not scared at all about being voted out, at least. What are your thoughts winning the challenge first and being safe for both of these tribals tonight?
Well, it's obviously comforting because you know your name's not going to get written down. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. I'm interested to see where everybody stands. And I just feel a lot more secure that I'm not the one going home, but I am still scared for the people in my alliances.
Aiden, you are safe for the first Tribal Council. So you're not 10th place, but is there any fear that because you won and now you're vulnerable in the second one, that could displace you a bit?
It's definitely like, you know, a worry, but I'd rather be safe through at least one vote than none. And so, you know, it's just comforting to have for at least the first vote.
So Scott, you said that you were 1 point away from winning the challenge. Now you weren't sending in your responses, so nobody else knew that you were 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, but how does it feel from your perspective, getting close and not being able to win and being vulnerable for both tribals tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't checking in as I'd been going, so I honestly have no clue if I would have been first or second. I know I would have been at least second because I think I finished I finished literally like 5 minutes before you said that Aiden had gotten second. So it's definitely really frustrating to be like right there and have literally 1 point away and still not be able to pull through with it. So yeah, I have definitely been pretty frustrated with myself. But at this point, it is what it is, and I can't.
That message of being
at this point, I can't do much about it. Sorry.
Being so close to something in this game and it being taken away from you is going to be true probably for every single person except the winner, because at the end of the day, there's only one winner. There's someone who's sitting there and gets second. Something they were so close it got taken away from them. You might play another challenge and get so close. You might have all your votes lined up except for one and you're so close. This idea of getting so close is so apparent, especially now that we're in a merge. Xander, you were somebody else who was pretty close today in the challenge. Now, you didn't get any right away as other people were building up. I think that Micah and Aiden were actually at 2 or 3 before you even submitted your first one, and you were able to finish in a second or third position in that challenge.
Yeah, I was doing the wrong thing for the first like 10 minutes. But then I started doing escape, and escape takes the longest. So I ended up finishing that one, and I was on my last one, and it was pretty easy. But it's okay, I think. It happened, and that's all good.
That's true. The challenge happened. It's over. So let's move on to a different subject. We're at Tribal Council. We have 2 eliminations tonight. We're going to do one, and then we're going to have some time on here. We have everybody except Jenna. I haven't heard from her, so hopefully she at least sends in a vote. But we have everyone here, and so after somebody's eliminated, they will be asked to leave the Zoom and leave all of the chats. and I'll message them after the second elimination. And then the remaining 8 people on the chat, and then or whoever, however it looks, whatever we have set up here, we're going to have another little face-to-face questioning, talking. You guys can talk to each other. You can message each other over chats to figure out what's going on. But we're not going to leave here. We're going to have the next tribal, however long you guys need, on this Zoom. That makes sense? So that being said, I'm going to throw this at AB. What do you feel? This is a double elimination. Are you scared? Do you trust who you're working with? Is it just a bunch of mystery, chaos? What is it for you?
I think it's definitely scarier going into this tribal than other tribals because before there was less people to like guess what everyone was going to vote, and now there's way more people. There's way more people that I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to. So it's definitely scarier going into this tribal because there's like it's way less predictable than tribals when we were like in certain tribes and there were less people in them. So I'm definitely way more nervous for this one, but I trust everyone who I'm working with, and I think that if all goes according to plan, I'll be safe.
That's what everyone's hoping for. Frankie, are you with us? And throw a question at you. If not, I can move on to somebody else. All right, Wyatt. How do you feel like, now that you're back with us, how do you feel like your connections with people that you hadn't met until the merge have been so far?
Okay. I'm not really sure on how they're going, but I feel strong with my old alliance and with who I was with. So I feel good.
Feel good with the people you had before. Hunter, how about you? You were on a team where you got to meet some new people when the tribe stuff happened, and then you merge. And I believe that there was 3 people you had never interacted with until merge. How are your relationships with these 3 people, if any at all?
I mean, I talked to one of the 3 people, and then the other 2 people I haven't messaged at all. So with those 3 people, I'm not really good, but with everyone else, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good with them.
I'm gonna throw the same question at Macy. How do you feel knowing that you have worked with certain people the whole time, met new people halfway through, and now there's people you've never met at all that you're now working with in merge? Their votes are out there. How are your relationships with them?
I mean, I've talked to a few of them, but I don't think I've had enough time to form like something that I could work with them with.
Scott, there's 10 people. The most people you've ever been at a tribal council with is 8. You know, that was the first time that we had a tribal council. That was so long ago for everybody here, since both tribes lost back to back in those first 2 challenges. There's 10 people who are throwing a vote out in the wind. The only person who's safe both times is Micah, and Aiden's safe one time. Where are you at? Where's your mind at regarding a tribal council where there's 10 people voting? Some people you're close with, some people you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've got my sweat towel as usual, so I feel pretty much as nervous as I usually do, even though obviously there's a lot more people here, so there's a lot more things to try and figure out. You know, I felt pretty solid with like all of my votes. I feel decent tonight. Not as good, but yeah, still nervous just as usual. So
Yeah. Micah, obviously, we already talked about that you're not nervous because you're not going home, but you still have allies that you're hoping to work with in the following days. Are you nervous for them, or do you think that your numbers are lined up tonight? Are you confident?
I think there's always going to be a little unknown because you can never be 100% confident on the people that you're working with. I think I know how it's going to go, but as past tribal councils have shown me, you never really know what's going to happen.
I'm going to throw out an announcement, and we can talk about it real quick. Everybody who is voted out starting now, these 2 nights, is in the jury. And so I want to say congratulations to everybody in the game. You at least made the jury, which means that your voice is heard on that last day. That being said, 2 people are going to be going to Ponderosa tonight and not in the game anymore. So how does that change things? Hunter, how does that realization in this exact moment change how you vote people out? It might not right now because you didn't learn that until you're sitting here at Tribal, but this idea of people voting for you to win, it's called jury management. Does it kick in now that the jury's real, or has it kind of always been there?
I think it kicks in now because, you know, Uh, we didn't really have to worry about that back then, because back then it was just like, all right, this is who we're voting. Bye bye, see you later. See you at the reunion. But now it's like they're gonna go to the jury, and I'm gonna have to if I'm at the end, I have to talk to them and convince them that I am the one worth winning. And I think that's gonna have to be in everybody's mind from now moving forward.
And there's going to be two people who are going to be looking at everything that happened tonight and the rest of your guys' gameplay, and they're going to define if you're the winner or not. Aiden, is that add another level that you already knew existed, but it's real now? Is it scary knowing that everybody here has a potential fate in your hand, or you have a fate in their hand later on?
Yeah, it definitely is. Because in the past, voting out people is always hard, of course, but now you have to be careful that how you're treating them before you vote them out. Things that you say to them. It's just a bit more of it's a more of a thought in your mind.
AB, there's an idea of jury management, and then there's also resume building. Big moves are something everyone loves because it's like drinking a nice glass of ice water after you were out on a hot run. It's amazing when you can pull off a big move, it makes you look better and it puts you further in the game. Because the jury is real now, does that enhance big moves or does that lower the chance because you want to keep less burned bridges?
I think it definitely it makes you look good for sure and makes other people kind of want to root for you a little bit more. But at the same time, it definitely does make you more of a threat and make people a little more scared of you. So I think it's kind of a 50-50.
Well, we're getting down here. We have a vote soon. Xander, tonight's vote, what's your confidence level? Obviously, it's a game where you can't play with too much and you can't play with too little. Where are you at tonight?
I think I have a pretty good idea of how the vote is going. I mean, I feel like the people who I've worked with has told me how to vote and how it's gonna work, and I think that's probably what's gonna happen.
I'm going to throw this out to everybody. I want you to raise your hand if you feel like you know how the vote is going to go tonight. So we have a fair majority of the team. Would it be fair to assume that all of these people are in an alliance together against somebody else, or is everybody confident on their own? Wyatt, is that alarming that everybody is confident tonight? Does that mean that there's going to be a blind side, or is it a unanimous vote? Is everybody working together?
I don't think everybody's working together, but I think it will be a blind side to somebody.
All right. Well, we can find out sooner than later. If there's anything else that people want to say, let's throw it out there and let's talk about it before the first of two votes tonight. Otherwise, I can take your votes. Bethany's going to update that in the chat for Jenna, who's not here. You cannot vote for Micah, and you cannot vote for Aiden. Everybody else is fair game. I'm going to play some music. You guys send me your votes. I will turn off my video so you don't have to see me pop up from the bottom of the screen. This time, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. At this time, I will read the votes. First vote, Jenna. Second vote, Jenna. 2 votes, Jenna. Third vote, AB. Fourth vote, AB. That's 2 votes, Jenna, 2 votes, AB. Next vote. Jenna. That's 3 votes Jenna, 2 votes AB. 6th vote. AB. That's 3 votes Jenna, 3 votes AB, 4 votes left. Our next vote goes to Jenna. 4 votes Jenna, 3 votes AB. Let's keep the votes moving. Our next vote, we tie again. 4 votes Jenna, 4 votes AB, 2 votes left. The next vote, AB. That's 5 votes AB, 4 votes Jenna, 1 vote left. The next vote and the player leaving, first member of our jury, is AB. AB, thank you so much for playing. You can turn on your mic if you want. You can have a
Thanks for letting
last
me
word.
play. It was a good time.
Tribe has spoken. And it's still going. Thank you so much. You'll be contacted soon about some stuff regarding Ponderosa. Bethany's going to be in charge of that at this time. Could you please leave the Zoom and all group chats? Thank you so much, AB. All right, everybody. Well, we're here at Tribal. So I'm going to start throwing out some questions live in the moment. I am going to start with Micah. You are still safe. How do you feel that vote went for you?
Can you hear the rain, by the way? It's kind of pouring down rain. I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I can't.
Okay, cool. That was an interesting vote. Definitely nerve-wracking, but I'm glad that it's over for sure.
Is there nerves coming into the second vote?
Definitely a little less nerves, but I think I'm still unsure about what's going to happen.
Scott, is this true? Is there unsureness that exists? How do you feel about this first vote?
Well, obviously I was not on the right side of that, so I'm a little, we'll go with a little upset to be nice. So
Is
I have a
upset?
feeling I'm next, so.
So being upset is there. You feel like you're next. Hunter, would you agree that Scott could be next?
It could be Scott or me. You know, I was on the wrong side too, so could be either one.
Are you scared? Or do you
Yes,
think you
definitely.
can pull together people texting these next few minutes and talking here in this questioning?
Nah, I don't think there's a chance.
Well, if that's
You
true,
know?
is it you and Scott on the bottom?
Yeah, I would say it's me and Scott on the bottom.
Well, would you like to
And
throw a pitch to everybody, both of you, on why it shouldn't be you? Or do you think that your guys can be okay and something else is going to happen?
I mean, you know, it shouldn't be me. I don't know why it should. I hope I hope y'all are listening. They shouldn't be me. There are other threats, you know. I'm not really that big of a threat. You know, I don't think Scott's a threat either. I don't think he should go.
Scott, do you have anything to say about potentially being the next vote out in this double elimination?
Yeah, can I just throw out a name real quick?
You can do whatever you would like. This is an open platform.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Jenna is literally making a virtual big brother right now. She's not at all in this game. I know you guys might want to take her as a goat, but she's literally making a big brother game right now, and that's kind of ridiculous in my mind. So.
Jenna, I know you haven't been to any tribals. Is there anything you want to say about that? All right. Xander, do you think that what Scott is throwing out there that means anything about someone's other involvement in another game and whether or not their activeness should play a part in staying?
I mean, we know that like Jenna works and stuff, so like, you know, it makes sense that she's not active. But like, I think it's, you know, it's fine.
Okay. Hey, Macy, how do you feel about this vote right now? Do you feel confident that you were on the right side?
I mean, I wouldn't say confident, but I hope that I'm on the right side of the road.
Aiden, You are no longer immune. You were immune for the last vote. You're not immune for this one. How are you feeling going into a back-to-back tribal, not immune?
It's especially scary, I think, because we haven't had any time to strategize. We're going off of, for the most part, what the game plan was before this whole all started. And so, I don't know what's going to happen now, and I have no way of really, scrambling if it is my name on the block.
Wyatt, do you feel like you are someone who needs to scramble right now, or do you feel comfortable with where you're at?
I feel comfortable with where I'm at because I was on the right side of the vote last time, so I think I should be good. That's just what I think. It could be me tonight, but
Frankie,
it
let's
is, it
throw
is.
you into this mix. Where's your comfortability? Where's your confidence at? Is there any chance it's you, or are you worried for allies, or are you good? Are you good with that vote?
I'm just like a little worried for my allies, just like a little bit, but I feel kind of comfortable going into this vote.
Okay. Let's talk about something that hasn't been discussed. Is anybody scared of an idol play happening? We know they're out there. We don't know if they've been found necessarily, but they exist. Xander, you just reacted a little bit. Do idols scare you in a game like this? Because there's people who are confident that it could be them. Are you even thinking about potential idols?
I was laughing because I suck at finding these idols. Like, these clues are so hard. I have no idea how to find them. I've been just like scrolling randomly and I haven't found anything. But I guess it is possible that someone already found it. But I'm honestly, I don't know. I'm not too worried.
Micah, so once again, we're gonna circle back to you. You're immune. You're safe. You're going to make the final 8, the halfway point of the game. You won't be seeing AB at Ponderosa. Are you comfortable right now with where you're voting, or do you feel like conversations still need to happen in your guys' alliance group chats, or are you good to probably cast your vote in the next minute?
I think I would say I'm good to cast my vote in the next minute.
Scott, how about you? You're one of the people who self-proclaimed that you might be a target. Do you still want time? Because time can be given. We're all here on this Zoom together. We're all here at Tribal. How are you right now? I see you pull out your towel.
Yeah, I'd appreciate like a few more minutes if possible.
I'll let you know when it's too much. Right now,
All right.
we're just in the heat, but we're all going to stay on this tribal together. Macy, is there a lot of conversations happening for you? Is there a lot of discussion? All right. I'm going to open up the page, the Wahi tribe, so I can keep up, or Bethany can keep up with me. We're going to start off this tribal by asking if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. At this time, I will read the votes. The first vote is a no vote. The next vote goes to Jenna. Second vote goes to Scott. That's one vote Jenna, one vote Scott. The third vote goes to Jenna. Fourth vote, or fifth vote, I mean, goes to Scott. That's 2 votes Jenna, 2 votes Scott. 4 votes left. The next vote, Jenna. That's 3 votes Jenna, 2 votes Scott, 3 votes left. The next vote goes to Scott. That's 3 votes Jenna, 3 votes Scott, 2 votes left. The 8th vote goes to Scott. 4 votes Scott, 3 votes Jenna, 1 vote left. The next vote. And the next player eliminated from Virtual Survivor, Scott. Thank you so much, Scott. Couldn't bring me
I
your
love you,
torch.
Scott. I love you, Scott. I'm so sorry. I didn't vote you though.
Scott,
Bye.
last words.
Nah, I've already said what I need to say.
All right. Thank you so much for playing. I'm going to ask you
Thank
to
you for
leave all
having
group
me.
chats. Of course, immediately you will be added to a Ponderosa group chat sometime tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For everybody else, we will have tribal announcements sometime tonight. Congratulations on making the halfway point in Survivor, Virtual Survivor. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.